amplifying the black agate, or for prosperity and change. Oh, that sounds great. All right, let's do this. So as I was getting ready to connect in to bring a spirit in, I already knew that this was going to be related to this past life, because this is the second time that you've talked about it, and it's still so powerfully part of where you are now in this life, that it's like almost it's really difficult to to let it go, to move on from it. There's something that's like unfinished, that wasn't done correctly, that wasn't done properly from this last life, and that's why it keeps coming back and like freaking you out. So what I'm feeling and sensing, and I almost felt like he was gonna take over for a minute there, it was is a male spirit who very much feels Native American, and he feels like he's connected in some way to this past life. I can see what he looks like, and he's making my face turn that way. He has a downturned mouth, which is like, it's it's making my mouth do that. This thing. Um, he has a nose that's kind of it reminds me kind of like a beak, almost like a bird beak, which is really weird actually, because a couple weeks ago we did a trance practice, my circle practice circle, and we had multiple Native Americans come through that day, and I had one from the Navajo Nation come through, and he then kind of transported me into a raven. Get out the team weird emotes, team weird. And it's weird because your guy now, he reminds me, he's like similar to the man that was in my trance practice that day, and he also has something to do with a bird. Not just that he kind of looks like a bird, but like his name has something to do with a bird, and his spirit animal, like his, in the Apache tribe, I don't know, what the terminology would be correct for it, but his medicine spirit animal is something that has to do with a bird also. I want to say it might be an eagle. The great eagle. I even see him with feathers, like, sticking out. I think he's also saying the golden eagle. Okay, so he's clearly here because he knows that you're struggling with this, and he wants to help. So let's see what his messages are. He called you sister. Sister. Why? Why do you fear? There's no cowering. You have to fly free, like the great eagle. I feel like I feel like I've kind of picked up on some of the bad stuff. I don't want to go into that, and there's no need to. But he's showing them to me for a reason, because he's saying that, like, these are temporary things. It's only when we make them more than they truly are that they become permanent. Ay, ay, ay. Okay. I gotta write some of this down. Okay, so messages. The messages that are most important. There's no cowering, is what he said, which means no fear. No fear. And then he said you need to fly free. Which I tried to write the word fly and instead I wrote flee. Like fleeing. But fleeing is not the right word. Fleeing might have been the word that happened in the living part. But not now. Now you need to fly free. So, basically the events that you're stuck in from this past life were temporary. But by basically by putting too much energy into it has made it seem permanent, and that's a really important word there, because it's not permanent, Lucy. Okay, that was a lot of stuff. What's happening? All right. Hi, Sue Willits. How are you tonight? Oh, Zol, I'm sorry. The queue's closed. I gotta do a short one tonight. Your son's name was a bird in that life. Flying feather with claws. Holy moly. I wonder if that's who this is. But he's showing himself as being an adult. Like, not an old man, but an older, like a middle-aged kind of guy. Very wise. So I think Lucy, you know, right now you're still trying to process all of it, and that's why it keeps coming up, and that's why you're having dreams about it, etc., etc., etc. But I think that part of the message was really important, that the things that happened were temporary things, and that you have to find a way to let them be temporary and not let them continue to be something that you're fearing now. He was an adult when you passed, but I think I might DM you a picture. Oh, that would be cool. Because the person was active in trying to get me to be unstuck in that life. Very interesting. I would like to see that picture. I enjoy listening. I try to catch one soon. It's my Tommy's birthday yesterday, and I heard his name being called clearly the night before. Oh, Zol, that's awesome. Well, clearly that was Tommy letting you know that he's around. You know he is. I hope you did something, even if it was just thinking about him, to celebrate his day. All right, Lucy. Well, I hope that was helpful. That was also a strange one. Because this was we're diving into past lives stuff here. And it wasn't necessarily, you know, Grandma Lucy wasn't coming through this evening. It was some strange past life stuff, but nevertheless important. Okay, we're on to Bree's. Bree is the last reading of the evening, for real this time. Bree's the last one, even though Bree didn't make it into the queue somehow, even though she clearly joined. I saw it happen. Would you like a medium reading or a tarot reading?